Hey everybody, we are tightening up some loose nuts and bolts, getting ready for the evening. If you are here, if you want to check in, just go ahead and send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Again, just have your team captain send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Just let her know that your team is ready to go. So if your team is all ready to go ahead and just send a thumbs up. Have your team captain send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Maria already reached out to all the team captains earlier today, so they should have her contact info. Everybody sit tight. We'll begin around 7 o'clock. See you soon. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing great today. We're going to get started in a couple minutes. Hope everyone's doing well today. If you haven't already, have your team captains check in with Maria. Just send her a thumbs up. She should have reached out to your team captains earlier today. Oh, it looks like Family Ties just signed up. Maybe Maria hasn't reached out to him yet. We'll check that in a second. But go ahead, if you have registered and you have Maria's contact info, go ahead and send her a thumbs up on Facebook Messenger. Yeah, it looks like Madeline Panjanis. Team name is Family Times. They just registered, so they may not have yours. She says they may not have the info yet. You may not have the info.
Tell them to send me a message, please.
Madeline, go ahead and send a message to Maria just because she has her hand in a couple other fires right now. I'm going to give you her contact info. I'll share it with everybody. Give me 1 second as I pull that up. That's Maria's Facebook page. I just put it in the live chat. If you are a team leader, make sure that you send her a thumbs up. You can just click that link that I just posted. That's going to have her Facebook contact info, so you can reach out to her on Facebook Messenger there. So just use Facebook Messenger service to reach out to her and send her a big old thumbs up if you're the team leader. Oh, Patricia, you can't hear me? Is that everybody or is that just Patricia? Let me check something. No, I can hear myself. And we got some people messaging in that they can hear me. All right, if you can't hear me, it looks like my audio and video is on. Make sure that the video is playing. Well, I guess you couldn't quite see that otherwise. Let me think of Patricia can't hear or see me. So how do I connect that? Let me text that in the text chat then. All right, everybody, it's 7 o'clock. We're waiting on a few more teams. We actually got a lot of new players today. A lot of new players. Williamston brought their fans. This game, we may need to bump our questions to 2.5 minutes each just because of the time it's going to take to process you guys. So, everybody, thanks for your patience. We're waiting on a few folks to keep signing in. All of our regulars are already here. Family Ties, Maria sent you a message, or check your messages. Have your team leader make sure, if you're not friends with Maria, make sure to check your, what do they call it? The unread message. Oh, you are friends. Well, that's great. Everybody's friends here. Madeline, double check. Okay, Patricia, can you type it out for me? Can you? Oh, you can't hear me though. I want to see. It sounds like you can see me, so that's good. It may be a little quiet if not talking directly into the mic when I'm using both my hands, but hopefully everybody can hear me pretty okay now.
I'm waiting.
Still waiting on a couple teams. Maria's confirming who we're waiting on right
for
now.
The Spanish Inquisition. Can you please say these teams?
We're waiting for the following teams. Message Maria. Spanish Inquisition.
Ronnie Myrtle.
Ronnie Myrtle. So far, if you're with Spanish Inquisition or Ronnie Myrtle and you haven't checked in, and Mama's Moxie, if you haven't, Mama's with Moxie, excuse me, send those thumbs up to Maria. Have your team lead. The Spaceettes. We're waiting on the Spaceettes.
Let's meet at the theater.
Let's meet at the theater.
And that's it.
All right, so we're waiting on those teams. If you're on one of those teams, just send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger just so we know that your team's ready to go. Happy belated birthday to Patrick Luce. Big birthday boy yesterday.
We're looking for Spaceettes.
Still waiting for the Spaceettes. If you're the team leader for Spaceettes, go ahead and send Maria a message on Facebook Messenger, a little thumbs up icon.
And Spanish Inquisition.
And Spanish Inquisition, please do the same.
And you can message Patricia that I'm trying to help her via Messenger if she would like to respond to my messages. Oh, actually, I can actually go on the video. What am I doing?
That works too. All right, we're still waiting on just a couple teams, 2 teams. We're going to give them a couple more minutes just because they're new players. I know we got a lot of new folks today, so thank you so much for joining.
Okay, we're just waiting for that one for let's meet at the theater and yeah, let's meet at the theater.
Let's meet at the theater. We're still waiting on. They're old hats, so I don't know what's keeping them.
That's probably my bad. Hold on.
It could just be that Maria's going to double check just in case she didn't miss something. Or I didn't miss something.
I'm messing up.
Uh-oh. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes.
Tell them if I'm sending them the video again. Sorry.
If Maria accidentally sends your team leader the video link again, apologies to her. Apologies from her.
Okay.
Good news? Sort of. Great. All right, I just posted Maria's Facebook link. You can just click that link right in the chat, Sandy, and that'll take you to her page. There's about a 7-second delay between me and you guys, so sometimes that'll account for a little slow on the draw.
We want to start in 2 minutes.
We're going to start at 7:10, rain or shine. Well, maybe rain. Maybe at the very least shine. Probably rain, unless it's a real bad storm. So everybody, thank you so much for being patient. Got a lot of great teams joining us today. We want to give everybody a fair shot. It's because we got a lot of new folks. We'll have to do the math, but I believe this is the most teams we've ever had play in one game. Maria says easily. I haven't checked the list in a while.
We have 31 teams.
We have 31 teams today. That's almost too much for us. We said we were never going to cap it, but wow, this has really grown into quite a beast.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so bear with us as we're being a little more patient than usual today because we got a lot of new teams. 31 teams is but luckily we're just still waiting on 2. "31 teams, that's our record breaker for most people played. Our other standing record is $475 raised in just one night. Do you think we can break that? Well, maybe Williamston is going to be the one to do it. Maybe the Williamston Army came well prepared. Williamston, I don't know if you already have other fans. If you already have another name for your fans. I call them the Williamston Army, but maybe you call them the Williamettes, the Williamses. I guess Williamston Theater patrons, but that's I just think we could jazz that up a little bit. Yeah, we got a lot of our teams playing have worked at Williamston as well. Which is great. Of course, we got Williamston representing themselves, which is a delight. Glad that they're so involved. And then we also got, I know quite a few folks in our chat who've done some really incredible work at Williamston as well. Well, it's 7:10. We're going to go ahead and get started. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for a couple teams. Because this is a paid event, we do want to try to be generous. But you're also very generous with your time, so I don't want to waste that anymore. Thank you all for your patience. Well, we're going to play some trivia today for Williamston Theater. Here are our gameplay and rules. Go ahead and review those at your leisure. I'm going to check by them. Everybody hunker in your bunker for 2 rounds of trivia. That's right, we're going to have 2 rounds tonight. The score is cumulative, so the points that you get in round 1 do carry over to round 2. So only your score at the very end, the total of the 2 rounds, is what is going to get you that big W, that big win. There's going to be 10 questions per round, and then there's going to be a bonus round, and then there's going to be a final question. So it's 10 questions, 2 bonus rounds, and then 2 final questions. The last final question being more final than the others. Now, for the final question of each round, you can wager all, some, or none of the points. Again, remember that your points do not reset at the second round. The points are cumulative. They are totaled. So play it safe, play it dangerous, play it fast and loose. Pat Loose, happy birthday. And whatever team has the most points at the end of our final question round 2, well, guess what? They're the winner. We have 2 prizes today. 35% of the buy-in fees are going to be going to the first place prize. 15% of the buy-in fees are going to be going to second place. All the other money raised, the 50% of the buy-in fees, as well as any additional donations, are going directly to Williamston Theater. If you donate more, that goes right to Williamston Theater. It does not go to Maria or I. It does not go into the pot. As far as your team goes, please feel free to communicate however you want. Hopefully you've already decided how you want to do this. You're welcome to talk however you'd like, in person, via Vine, via YouTube, via Facebook Messenger, via I don't know anymore. Smoke signal, why not? But you can't use your phone or computer to look up questions. Talking about questions and answers outside of your team or six are forbidden, and using your encyclopedias or Wikipedias or phones, it's just rude and uncalled for, and your team leader promised us you wouldn't be cheating, and I view that as cheating. Make sure that you send your answers to Maria. Just your team leader needs to send the answers. You do not need to have everybody in your team send an answer. Just your team leader sends an answer to Maria. And make sure that if it's a multi-point answer, send it in one message. Put a few spaces in between. Put a few commas in between if the order is important, whatever. Just make sure you're only sending one message to Maria. It just makes things incredibly easy on her, and she's already doing so much. And the last thing, there are no takebacks. Once you send an answer to Maria, that is your answer locked in. You cannot change your answer. You cannot change your answer after it's been sent in. So please keep that in mind. Those are our rules and guidelines for today. Here are our categories for round one. You don't need to memorize these. These are just kind of little previews and hints. We're going to be asking questions about Disney Channel, singers, comics, retail, actresses, medical conditions, geography, yoga, Olympics, and coded messages. All right, so those are our round one categories. Again, Disney Channel, singers, comics, retail, actresses, medical conditions, geography, yoga, Olympics, and coded messages. Hopefully, at least one person in your team has some expertise in those categories. Well, let's go ahead and get started with round one. First question. In 2009, The Sweet Life on Deck had a three-way crossover episode with two other Disney Channel original sitcoms. Name one of those sitcoms, and you get 2 bonus points if you name both. In 2009, The Sweet Life on Deck had a three-way crossover episode with 2 other Disney Channel original sitcoms. Name one of those sitcoms. Bonus points. You get 2 extra bonus points if you name both of the sitcoms it crossed over with. You have 2.5 minutes on the clock. My timer from last week was still running. It maxes out at 96 hours and 59 seconds. To send in one answer? That's not true. I said it, and it's in the rules now. It's right on the front page of the rules. I disagree.
Thank you.
Maria thinks I skipped a rule, and I disagree. If you're in the YouTube chat, please do not put your answers there. That is only for recreational conversation, jokes after the question has been answered, and smack talking, or encouragement, and just general craziness. If you think that I did in fact give you the rule where you have to send it in one message, go ahead and put a hashtag rules rule. If you think I didn't say that rule, which was the last rule, go ahead and put a hashtag rules fool. I'm pretty sure I did it. I'm a hashtag rules rule guy. If you think I'm a rule fool because I skipped a rule, go ahead and put a hashtag rule fool. These are hard things to say. I regret this. Hashtag joke from Thomas. Thomas, recurring player. Always nice to see him every week. He seems to like my hashtag jokes, but he never responds to them. He always answers with his own joke. So I don't know what it is funny. No, it's funny. But is it because he doesn't think my jokes were funny, or is he just, palling around? I think he's just palling around. If you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, go ahead and push hashtag RuRules. We're off topic here. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. 30 seconds left to answer that question.
If somebody says rules rule and they didn't follow the rule, I'm out.
All right, we are at time for that question. I think almost everybody got him in, if not everybody. In 2009, Sweet Life on Deck had a three-way crossover episode with two other Disney Channel original sitcoms. Name one of those sitcoms, and you got 2 extra bonus points if you named both. That is The Wizards of Waverly Place and Hannah Montana. Wizards of Waverly Place and Hannah Montana. I don't believe I've seen a full episode of any of those shows. All right, moving on to question 2. Born with the last name of Nelson, which Rock and Roll Hall of Famer was found dead 4 years ago from an accidental drug overdose at his Paisley Park home in Minnesota? Born with the last name of Nelson, which Rock and Roll Hall of Famer was found dead 4 years ago from an accidental drug overdose at his Paisley Park home in Minnesota? Bonus, a song from which 1989 film soundtrack became a #1 hit for the singer? That's plus 2 points. 2 points if you get the first question, 2 extra points if you get the bonus question. You don't have to get them both right. There's no harm in guessing the bonus question, even if you don't know the first one. Although this would be weird if you knew it
We're looking for the
already.
movie, correct?
The bonus is a song from which 1989 film soundtrack became a #1 hit for the singer? A song from which 1989 film soundtrack? So interpret that clue. The movie, yeah. If we.
Okay, the way you're emphasizing it.
Oh, okay. I'm emphasizing it incorrectly.
Same exact way.
I see.
Literally this. It's fine. They can all fail. It's not a big deal.
That's fine. It's a read. There's a reason why I have the visuals. Yes, we're looking for the movie. Maria protests. Grim question right out the gate.
Well, sorry.
It's fine. I mean, we got year of death. We got cause of death. We got location of death.
Well,
It's just a very thorough question about his death. We got a minute and a half left on the clock. All right, 30 seconds left on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. "15 seconds on the clock, people. Come on, get this in." All right, and we're at time. Born with the last name of Nelson, which Rock and Roll Hall of Famer was found dead 4 years ago from an accidental drug overdose at his Paisley Park home in Minnesota? Bonus points, a song from which 1989 film soundtrack became a #1 hit for this singer? That'd be Prince. Bonus point is Batman, as we were looking for the film. We were looking for what film's soundtrack had it. Of course, that'd be the Bat Dance, right, Maria?
yes.
The Bat Dance. Everybody remembers the Bat Dance. Williamston Theater's artistic director, Tony Caselli, a huge Prince fan, added this question before.
That's not true. Don't say that.
Oh, no?
They're playing. No, he didn't. I just by
No.
chance.
We added this question before we even knew he was playing, is what I was saying.
Correct.
Before I was cut off. So just a fun coincidence. Speaking of Batman, which fictional female antagonist first appeared in the 1940 comic book Batman #1? Speaking of Batman, which fictional female antagonist first appeared in the 1940 comic book Batman #1? It is really fun. That's a great segue, Maria. I really appreciate it. In most Batman adaptations, this woman was also known by which first and last name? Bonus, in which Batman adaptations this woman was also known by which first and last name? You got a little under 2.5 minutes on the clock. Send those answers in to Maria, as you have been.
Lots of bonuses.
Yeah, 3 bonuses in a row. That's something.
Thank you.
That's fun. Yeah. Agreed. All right, you got a minute left on the clock. Just a minute left on the clock. Get those answers into Maria if you haven't already. We've had a lot of incredible people already send some very generous donations ahead of time. We're still tallying up our donations. But everybody's already being very generous. I do thank everyone for that. And I'm sure Williamson thanks you as well. We're going to get those the initial numbers out to you soon, but I think we're going to break quite a bit higher as the night goes along. Williamson, I think, is the farthest theater we raised for so far, but farthest from our home, farthest from what? Well, I don't know if too many people would consider it in the Metro Detroit area, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine with me. It's our group. We'll do what we want with it. All right.
Donate money to who I want.
Our question, speaking of Batman, which fictional female antagonist first appeared in the 1940 comic book Batman #1? Bonus, in most Batman adaptations, this woman was also known by which first and last name? That'd be Catwoman, a.k.a. Selina Kyle. Catwoman, a.k.a. Selina Kyle. I believe in that issue she's just referred to as the Cat. But we all get the gist. They had to specify a little bit more as times went along. You had to know she was a woman as well, and not just a talking cat. How weird would it be if Batman just fought that? All right. We'll move on to question 4. What upscale New York City retailer opened the Blue Box Cafe in 2017? A small restaurant that certainly offers breakfast food. What upscale New York City retailer opened the Blue Box Cafe in 2017? A small restaurant that certainly offers breakfast food. You got 2.5 minutes on the clock. first non-bonus question. This one's just raised the standard 2. Maria, they're calling you the Batman Segway Princess.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, she's blushing. She loves it. It's a fun nickname. I don't know if we have too many other segues. That may be our first written segue. Better than most of my off-the-cuff segues. You got a minute left on the clock. A minute left on the clock to get those answers into Maria. Our first place prize today, consistently making that mistake. Our first place prize today is $55. Woohoo! That's our biggest first place prize we've had yet. Still did it. Oh boy, that's not supposed to be a tongue twister. That's $55 is our first place prize tonight. Our second place prize is $24. $24. So play it smart, play it reckless. However you play it, as long as you get the most points by the end of the game, you get to walk home with $55. That's almost $10 per teammate if you have the maximum 6. Wow. Thank you, David. Brilliant. David says, if you like Andy's segues, use hashtag SegYay.
Yay!
If you aren't a fan, use hashtag NoWaySegway. David knocked it out of the park. I appreciate that.
Wow.
All right, we're at time. I hope you got that question in. What upscale New York City retailer opened the Blue Box Cafe in 2017? A small restaurant that certainly offers breakfast food. That'd be Tiffany & Co. Tiffany & Co. That's the answer we're looking for. Sharp-eyed observers may begin to notice a pattern with our answer cards. But we'll move on to question 5 as I let you ruminate amongst that. Which actress has played the film roles of June Carter Cash, Elle Woods, and Tracy Flick? Question 5. What actress has played the film roles of June Carter Cash, Elle Woods, and Tracy Flick? Bonus. This actress currently appears in what Hulu miniseries? The bonus is what this actress currently appears in what Hulu miniseries? Marie was on a bonus round this week. As our rule at the beginning stipulated, make sure that you're sending your answers in to Maria in just one message. Just answer the first one, put a few spaces, mash that space bar, mash your period button, mash the comma button, whatever you need to do. You know, if you feel like it may be lost, do what you can, but you just need to send one message to Maria. Sending her 2 messages throws off her game in a big way. If you hurt her, she's threatening to kill you. I think is a bit extreme, but it's her way.
Hey, they can keep score.
Her rules.
My game, my rules.
Our game, her rules.
Better.
A lot of smarties in the game tonight. A lot of smarties in the game tonight. Got a lot of great answers coming in. A lot of jokesters, too. Real fun in the chat. If you're watching along and not using the YouTube chat, it's just fun to decompress. We don't get anything out of it other than it helps Marie and I pass the 2 hours. There's just a lot going on. We got a lot of stuff to tally.
We definitely do.
Hulu is a internet streaming network service. If that's a qualifying question for some, Patricia, Hulu is a streaming, online streaming network television service, network and television film service.
Interesting.
30 seconds left on the clock. You're also being called a seg bay
Oh, I really like.
by Sarah.
Oh, thank you, friend.
Maria's excited she has fans. All right, we're at time. Hopefully, you're all also fans of this popular actress. Which actress has played the film roles of June Carter Cash, Elle Woods, and Tracy Flick? Bonus, this actress currently appears in what Hulu miniseries? That'd be Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon currently starring on Little Fires Everywhere on Hulu. Question number 6. Characterized by tinnitus and vertigo. Maria, help me out. Meniere's disease? Meniere's?
I don't remember.
She doesn't remember. That's okay. I'm going French. Characterized by tinnitus and vertigo, Meniere's disease affects which human sensory organ? Characterized by tinnitus and vertigo, Meniere's disease affects which human sensory organ? 2.5 minutes on the clock. Sarah Rusk found the pattern, the gift pattern.
Oh, so sneaky.
Maria made a challenge to herself for fun.
Yep, because I need a challenge
Yeah.
before I start grad school. That's my big.
Oh, yeah, the Starcatchers are absent today. That's too
I
bad.
took a week off.
That's okay. We're going to see him again next time.
We'll see them next week.
We have enough teams tonight.
God.
Sometimes we add an extra half minute to the question answer
Thanks for it, yeah.
because we just need more time to tally the scores if we got a lot of teams playing. Sometimes we take it if our internet's really bad. Today it's working really great. We just got a lot. We got a lot of folks sending in.
The last today.
Only one Prince superfan per team. That wasn't in the rules, but we like to think of it as an unspoken rules. Although you only need one Prince superfan per team.
We recommend.
A minute left on the clock. Get those answers in. Tonight I'm drinking some of that fabulous Detroit Tap. Maria, what are you sampling on today?
I have Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. An answer from 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Yeah.
What company produced Dr. Pepper?
Since I lost so much weight while I was pregnant, that's not a joke. I don't know why that happened to me. I just decided to do the opposite of every other human being. I decided most people lose weight after they get after they're done giving birth. I'm gaining, gaining big.
Well, it's the folks at the Dr. Pepper bottling plant. They need to stay in work, and our purchase of a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper every once in a while, of those incredible 23 flavors, is it's helping that Texas economy keep going.
Yeah, we're having small business.
We love helping small businesses, our local restaurants, Our incredible friends at Mad Dwarf Bakery who generously donated. Remember, if you mention virtual trivia for Detroit Arts at Mad Dwarf Bakery, you get $1 off.
We got $1 off for our baptism.
Yeah, we actually went with them to give our little baptism treats. We're having a little contact-free drive-through baptism event for Zito's baptism in a couple weeks. So, people just come by, stay away, wear masks. They get a little treat. They get a little hamburger, contactless delivery from me and the grill, totally souped up in a bunch of safety gear. And then they get some Mad Dwarf Bakery. Anyways, I was ramping that up. Small businesses like Dr. Pepper Incorporated. Maybe you've heard of them. They're a really great small business, locally produced in the USA and Texas. All right. Moving on. Characterized by tinnitus and vertigo, Meniere's disease affects which human sensory organ? That'd be the ear. I didn't have anybody correct me on the pronunciation. We also took inner ear and eardrums. We were flexible there. We took ear, inner ear, and eardrum. Wow, what a gross gif. I love it. It's one where he's cotton swabbing with Marge.
Oh, yeah.
Based on land area, identify either the largest country in South America or the largest country in Africa. Bonus, name both.
Woo!
Bonus. Based on land area, identify either the largest country in South America or the largest country in Africa. Bonus points, name both. You got 2.5 minutes on the clock. If you don't know one, go with the other. If you do know one and you want to make a guess, go ahead and throw in a bonus points. Again, you do not get harmed for making a bonus guess. You don't get harmed for making a regular question guess either. You can get both of these wrong. Nothing happens. I'm going to cough. Regular cough, not a sick cough. A little bit of a grain stuck in my throat for a while. It's just got to get it down there. Hi, Jerry. We're not going to cut time for questions quite yet due to the amount of teams being unprecedented. Having 10 more teams than we normally do, it just takes time to tally these questions. If we hold now, it just makes things go faster in the long run. If we hold to calculate scores when we get to the final questions and bonus, you'll be waiting quite a few minutes. But thank you for the suggestion. As always, we are happy to hear suggestions. We're not happy to hear critiques. Suggestions are fine, so thanks, Jerry. Critiques are not okay. If you critique us, you have to go to the shame corner.
Yeah, like James.
Like James is our shame corner. James Cool. Everybody could give a quick what's the opposite of a shout out a little later on. We'll let you know when we get to James' shame corner. Yeah, boo. I don't know if that's a thing. All right. We got a half a minute left, 30 seconds left on the clock. Get that question in. Just because you have 2.5 minutes doesn't mean you have to use the whole 2.5 minutes if you know it. But if you do, if you need it, that's okay. All right, we're at time for that question. Based on land area, identify either the largest country in South America or the largest country in Africa. Bonus, you get 2 extra points if you name both. Brazil and Algeria. Brazil and Algeria, respectively, to South America to Africa. Fantastic. Question 8.
Whoa. Excuse me.
Named for the Indian-born teacher who developed the concept of the 1970s.
Oh, did I mess up?
No. Which form of yoga is considered to be the first form of hot yoga, as it consists of 26 postures, is ideally practiced in a room heated to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Named for the Indian-born teacher who developed the concept in the 1970s, which form of yoga is considered to be the first form of hot yoga, as it consists of 26 postures, ideally practiced in a room heated to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so good facts, a lot of leading clues.
Oh, sorry.
No, not in a bad way. Facts are great. Two minutes left on the clock.
My pen pals, I love them.
Oh, are they just in the regular chat?
No.
Ah.
They're playing.
I see.
They guessed Little Africa for the last question.
Little Africa. Pen pals guessed Little Africa, and I love it. You gotta put something. You can't just leave the question blank. They got the main question right. They got Brazil. Okay, they got Brazil. They got the main question, but for bonus, they just put Little Africa. I love it. If you don't at least guess, you're throwing it away. If you're new this week, again, you're welcome to use the YouTube chat as much as you want. Please don't post your answers there, and please don't poke joke answers about the question that's currently going on. You are free to find a team and make them your rival. You're actually encouraged to. You're welcome to find a team to make your rival. You're encouraged to do so. You're also encouraged to talk smack to them, trash talk. Aaron, what team are you on? Aaron Martin? I'm wondering if I can set up a rival if I know what their what their team name is. Yeah. Oh. Or what they're about. It may give a hint. The farthest. All right, we're at time. Named for the Indian-born teacher who developed the concept in the 1970s, which form of yoga is considered to be the first form of hot yoga, as it consists of 26 postures, ideally practiced in a room heated to 105 degrees Fahrenheit? That'd be Bikram. Bikram.
I don't know.
I've heard it both ways. I'm going with the way, but it's somebody's name, so it's probably, well, that's okay. Moving on to question 9, we'll stop looking at Marge's rump. After winning 5 medals in the 1984 Summer Olympics, which gymnast became the first woman to be featured on the front of the Wheaties box? Bonus, decades earlier, who was the first female athlete to be featured on the back of a Wheaties box?
That's fine.
It is. No, it's a good question. I like it. Question 9. After winning 5 medals in 1984 Summer Olympics, which gymnast became the first woman to be featured on the front of the Wheaties box? Decades earlier, who was the first female athlete to be featured on the back of a Wheaties box? Wheaties box, not as big of a deal anymore. No, unfortunately, they squandered it. They had America in the palm of their hand. Now nobody cares. You know what cereal I care about? You hear got a little they got a little Baby Yoda cereal coming out.
What's it called?
I think it's called Mandalorian cereal or like Star Wars cereal. It's little spheres, corn-based spheres, but it has little Yoda-shaped marshmallows. Baby Yoda-shaped the marshmallows are shaped like Baby Yoda's head.
That's really cute. I want to be in on that.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna guess it's maybe like Kix cereal.
Yeah.
Like it has like a Kix taste, and then it has little baby Yoda marshmallows.
Yeah, that's real cute.
Yeah, I'm for it. Haven't had a sugar cereal in a very long time.
Oh, I don't really like sugar cereal, but I want to own that.
You want to own it. You just want to put it. You want to buy the box, put it in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the
Put it in the
for
storage.
rats.
Of course. For the rats. Well, it's only going to appreciate in value. Is Jacqueline Cherry here today? I used a tax term. That's fun.
Value?
Appreciate.
Oh.
Maybe depreciate is more the tax thing, but you know. Tomato, tomato. All right, it's Star Wars cereal. It's by General Mills.
It's just called Star Wars cereal?
Yeah, Star Wars. It doesn't even have the word cereal next to it. It's just a cereal, and it's called Star Wars. And it says sweetened corn puffs with marshmallows. So it makes me think something like Kix. Maybe just a little sweeter than Kix.
Yeah.
I'm more of the Addams Family cereal myself. You know, it's got skulls. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
No, I don't know. Everybody's had a cereal. All right. After winning 5 medals in the 1984 Summer Olympics, which gymnast became the first woman to be featured on the front of the Wheaties box? Bonus, who was the first female athlete to be featured on the back of the Wheaties box? It'll be Mary Lou Retton and Babe Didrikson. Mary Lou Retton, Babe Didrikson. All right. This is our last regular question of the round. Names for a German foreign secretary, a coded message known as the Zimmermann telegram, was largely responsible for the entry of the United States in what war? Names for a German foreign secretary, a coded message known as the Zimmermann telegram, was largely responsible for the entry of the United States in what war? Bonus, the telegram proposed an alliance between Germany and what other country? You do not have to get the main question to get the bonus question right. You don't have to get the bonus question right to get the main question right. No gamble in guessing either. Got 2 minutes left on the clock. Think about it.
Can you write that?
I believe there was a C3PO cereal in the past. C3POs. Not a bit. It's like
I'm not
Cheerios.
laughing. It's very serious.
Yeah, no.
This is question 10.
This is question 10, regular question 10.
Can you read the question?
Yeah. Names for a German foreign secretary, a coded message known as the Zimmermann telegram, was largely responsible for the entry of the United States in what war? Bonus, the telegram proposed an alliance between Germany and what other country? You got a minute left on the clock. Get those answers in, Maria. Remember, our first place prize today is $55. Second place is $24. 30 seconds on the clock. Still got a few teams waiting. No worries. They're going to get in. I'm confident of that. All right. Names for a German foreign secretary. A coded message known as the Zimmerman telegram was largely responsible for the entry of the United States in what war? And the bonus, the telegram proposed an alliance between Germany and what other country? That'd be World War One. And our bonus is Mexico. We're looking for World War One and Mexico. All right. Wow, there really is a Simpsons gift for everything. Incredible. All right, we're on our bonus round. Take it in. We got 2 extra points per correct answer. You do have to answer these in the correct order. Make sure you're sending these answers to Maria in one message in the correct order. So make sure of that. Don't send it to 4 separate items. And remember, there are no takebacks. Name the NFL team that drafted each football player. Number 1, Peyton Manning. Number 2, Kyler Murray. Number 3, Bo Jackson. Number 4, Barry Sanders. In order and using just one chat message to Maria, so use spaces, use periods, whatever you have to feels comfortable to separate them out. Name the NFL team that drafted each football player. You got 3 minutes on the clock. Bonus game is a great equalizer time. We'll help you catch up, or we'll help you get caught down. Hopefully you got a couple sports nuts in your team, or just a football nut, or someone who just loves names and is really good with names. Pat Luce using sports terms in the chat. That's good. That bodes good things for his team. Quarantine triple date.
Can you hand me the pen, please?
Of course I can. Would you like? I will get my own pen for you. And for myself, rather. Doesn't matter. I don't know what pen I use. Now we got great news. We've already just into the first round. Not even at the end of the first round. We're still in the bonus game. We haven't even gotten the final question. We've already broken the $200 barrier for Williamston Theater. Everybody give yourselves a pat on the back. So far we have $206 for Williamston Theater. Everybody, thank you so much for your generosity already. I got a feeling though some people haven't made an extra donation, and you know what? That's okay. We're in some really weird times. But if you have a little extra scratch, Williamston Theater is an incredible theater based out in the beautiful Williamston Village, Williamston City. I think they're a village, technically. I don't know. I'll look into that later. Maybe they're a city? I don't know. They're in Williamston. Just the name of the town or city is just called Williamston. And Williamston Theater is the incredible professional theater that is based out there. So far, we've already raised $206. That's not including the prizes. Prizes are totally separate. That's $206 going straight to Williamston Theater. Beautiful nonprofit theater based out in Williamston. I've seen some incredible work there, and I look forward to seeing more. But I know we can break 250 before we even start the next round. I'm pretty dang confident. So work on the question, which you got 10 seconds left to think about. Work on the question. And when you're done answering the question, think about opening up Venmo or PayPal and sending me a few extra bucks so we can get it to Williamston in one nice big old check. One nice big novelty check. We haven't done that yet, but maybe if we break the $500 barrier today, maybe Maria and I will go get a giant novelty check. No, no, we won't.
I'm not gonna waste money that I could just give the theater.
That's true. We'll create a giant digital check. All right, everybody, we're at time. Hopefully you got your answers into Maria. This was our bonus round this time. Name the NFL team that drafted each football player: Peyton Manning, Kyle Murray, Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders. We're looking for the Indianapolis Colts, Arizona Cardinals, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and, of course, the local Detroit Lions, local to us. I know some people are playing out in California, not local to them. All right, so that was our bonus game. We are going to be going into the wagered question. Wagered question works a little differently. You can bet up to the amount of points you have. Maria is going to read you off those points in just a moment. So I'm going to give you the category. Then Maria is going to give you your wager ability, your current score, and you can bet up to the current score that you have. Again, the points do roll over to the next round. You can bet your total questions in the final question. So make sure you want to play smart, or see if you want to play reckless, if you want to be bold, if you really know this category. Our category today is the Zodiac. Zodiac is our final question category. Don't send your wagers quite yet. Do not send your wagers quite yet. Let's wait for Maria to bring up the tally. Give us just another moment. Like I said, we got a lot of teams today. But we also have a lot of generous people. We already broke $250. We haven't even gotten to the final question, just like I predicted. Incredible. So kind, everybody. I love it. Thank you all so much. I'm sure Williamston Theater appreciates it. I know I do. I love working with all you guys and getting to interact with all you guys and having this fun little game for everybody. But very, very, very exciting. We already broke $250. We're already over $250. And again, that's not including the prize money. So I already took that out of the equation.
I'm almost done, guys.
Almost done. We just need another moment. Like I said, we got 31 teams, a record-breaking 31 teams. Which makes...
We will give them their points in a minute. Hold on.
We're going to give you your points. Got a few people messaging Maria. Don't worry. We're going to give you your points in just a minute. You haven't missed anything. A lot of teams, Maria is emphasizing.
Lots.
You know, we originally talked about putting a cap on it, but, you know, how could we deny Williamston Theater these incredible people? We would never. We would never.
The more you message me, the more I have to sift through to find the answers.
That's right. Go ahead and as I said, go ahead and just put a pin in messaging Maria. Not quite yet. She's still tallying up the scores. She has to sift through a message.
Wow.
We'll wait to reveal the final question next time.
Smackdown, Daddies and the Hum-Alongs put another team as their answer, I think, as a tactic, a taunt.
Wow. For the last question, the bonus?
Yeah.
Oh my, what's the other team? Can we say?
Fartists.
The Fartists? What team?
Stop asking me how many points. I'll kill all of you.
Stop messaging Maria about the points.
Okay.
All right, here are the points.
I will only tell you your points if you did not ask me what your points were. Just kidding. I will ask you, but you know what, you guys, thank you so much for your patience today. I have a lot of teams, and it's high stress. Here we go. Team Troglodytes, 36 points. Waiting for Fauci, 30 points. Team Gander Hoosier, 36 points. The Fartists, 28 points. The Sutton Smith Sisters, 22 points. Kevin and the Zits, 36. Let's Meet at the Theater, 26. Mothra's Minions, 30. Quarantine Triple Date, 30. Those People, 24. Ronnie Myrtle, 32. Mixed 6, 32. Rambunctious Rousties, 30. Team Phipps and Mike, 26. Buffadote, 20. The Barn Rats, 36. Mamas with Moxie, 30. Red Hot Trivia Peppers, 28. Role Models, 30. Smackdown Daddies and the Humalongs, 32. TP Team, 34. 4 Jews in a Zoom Bitchin', 28. Last week's winners, 26. Dingoes Ate My Babies, 28. Spanish Inquisition, 14. Rococo Chanel, 26. Pin Pals, 30. Team Kelvin, 22. Polana, 28. And Family Ties, hold on, let my little spreadsheet do the math. Family Ties, you guys have 26. Send me your wagers. If you want to wager all of it, send me the real number. Thank you.
All right, you got 2 minutes to send your wagers in. 2 minutes.
You can just have 1 minute. It's fine.
All right, 1 minute to send your wagers in. If you didn't get your wager, let us know. If you didn't get your wager number, your current points, let us know.
I cannot hear you. You need to just tell me.
Patricia Calvin's team.
22. I'm sorry, they have 22.
Patricia, you got 22 points to work with. I'll put in the chat. You may not still hear me.
Hold on.
Still waiting a few teams. We're going to get a little longer. 15 seconds.
I can catch up.
If you haven't sent your wager in now, if you haven't sent your wager in, we're going to assume it's 0. 15 seconds left to send us that wager. All right. Final question category is Zodiac. Here is the final question. Again, send your question answer in to Maria. When you have it, no takebacks. Make sure it is the answer you want. Name the 3 signs of the Western Zodiac in which a U.S. federal holiday can never fall. Name the 3 signs of the Western Zodiac in which a U.S. federal holiday can never fall. Again, name the 3 signs, all 3 signs of the Western Zodiac in which a U.S. federal holiday can never fall. We are on that final question. We're going to give you a little extra time. You got 3 minutes to get this answer into Maria. 3 minutes to confirm if your wager was smart or cart.
Cart?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know, the cart before the horse. If your wager was smart or if it was cart. If you put the cart before the horse, which was a stupid, foolhardy move. No, we got a lot of big wagers. We got a lot of all-in folks. So if they know it, oh boy. You got a minute and a half left on the clock. $30 seconds left on the clock. Go ahead and send those answers in. Don't be shy. If you wagered something, you got to guess something. John, I can't make it for the whole game, but I will give you a personal goal for your team. I expect to see your answers for your team in within 30 seconds for each one.
He's welcome to come over and keep score if he'd like.
No, he's got a long commute. I think he's out towards Williamston.
Oh, it might be worth it. might save time with the amount of time it's taking me.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Of course.
Love every day.
Yeah, John Leopard. Worked with him on rounding third at Tipping Point and Williamston, a little combo. Great show, fun show.
Fun people.
Still have the 2/3 baseball shirt for Plant Moran.
Oh, that's a nice shirt.
It is a nice shirt. It's very soft, very comfortable. Wear it every once in a while. It's my only 2/3. It's one of my 2/3 quarter shirt. The other one is a Detroit baseball Cats.
I thought it was mine.
No, it's mine, but it was too small. So you wear it.
Oh, so it's yours, but
correct. It was ran much smaller than anticipated. I heard that they fixed the issue with later prints, but I never bothered to get another one. All right. We're at time for our questions. You feel comfortable with that?
Yep, that's fine. I'm just catching up. Not a big deal.
Great. All right, final question. Name the 3 signs of the Western Zodiac in which a U.S. federal holiday can never fall. It's going to be Aries, Taurus, and Leo. You're looking for Aries, Taurus, and Leo. You needed to get all 3 in order to be correct. Again, you needed to get all 3 in order to be correct. A lot of you got it. Chunk of you didn't. That's just how it goes. That's the final question. They're a little tougher. And you got those wager points. So if you lost a lot, it's your own fault. We're going to go into round 2. Our round 2 categories are U.S. cities, holidays, Star Wars, poets, reality TV, food quotes, elements, political books, DJs, and toys. These are our round 2 categories. Again, you don't need to memorize.
Wait 2 minutes because I'm out.
Before we go into round 2, I want to give everybody a quick update on our donation. Everybody, big pat on your back for yourselves. We've already broken the $300 mark.
Wow.
As I predicted, before we even start round 2, we've broken $300. That is extremely kind of everybody and extremely generous. $300. Whoop, whoop. That's quite a few butts in seats for the incredible Williamston Theater. Williamston Theater is an incredible organization. They really do deserve the money that we are sending their way. Just such a nice theater, and they put on some great stuff. Really inventive theater. Last month, back in April, They were the first Michigan theater that I saw. Maybe other ones did, and I just didn't see it. They were the first Michigan theater I saw that did a virtual production. They continued their show, These Mortal Hosts, online, which was a lot of fun. So hopefully some of you, if you didn't get to see These Mortal Hosts in person, they got to continue their production online, which I thought was really clever, really incredible. Like I said, the first Michigan theater that I saw did that kind of thing, that I thought was really cool, and I just thought it was really neat. They streamed it in early April, and I thought it was really cool. All right, so we've broken $300. I'm pretty dang confident that by question 5 we're going to break 350. If we're not at 350, maybe I'll start panicking by question 5, but I'm pretty confident we can. So in between questions, if you know an answer right away, just put up, send in your answer to Maria, then just send in a little bit of cash via the Venmo and PayPal that we linked earlier, or even directly to Williamston's website. We're going to go ahead and get started on round 2. Question 1. Surprise. Gilbert, Chandler, and Peoria are suburbs of what U.S. city? Surprise. Gilbert, Chandler, and Peoria are suburbs of what U.S. city? You got some time on the clock. Think it over. People know their suburbs. That's great. You have to know the city of the suburb of the city. Cool. Awesome. All right, 30 seconds left on the clock, everybody. Get those answers in. All right, surprise. Gilbert, Chandler, and Peoria are suburbs of what U.S. city? That's Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is the city we were looking for. Moving on to question 2. Celebrated by Western Christians 12 days after Christmas, what is the 8-letter name of the holy day that celebrates the visit of the Magi to the Christ child? Pink hates Arizona, especially Phoenix. That's why she was barking like a mad dog. Celebrated by Western Christians 12 days after Christmas, what is the 8-letter name of the holy day that celebrates the visit of the Magi to the Christ child? As always, just have your team lead send those answers in to Maria. We're in round 2 now. We got people dropped down to 0, but they are shooting back up already. Very exciting stuff. 0 to 2. Incredible point jump. If you haven't already, consider donating a little more money our way so we can go ahead and send it off to Williamston Theater, direct to Williamston Theater. Marie and I do cover any PayPal and Venmo subtractions as well. We take that into account. So if you send it via PayPal, you can mark me as a friend, not a business. Just mark us as a friend. Say we're a friend. It gives you the option friend, business. We're not a business. It's Marie and I just operating this out of our home. If you think the view looks incredible, it's misleading. This isn't a business. There's a dish hutch that I got from Craigslist for free. There's some old books that Maria had from her childhood. Again, this is our home, not a business. There's the kitchen behind me. I kind of obscure it as best I can because the dishes are oval. But I know we put out that air, but we're not a business. If you're sending the money via PayPal and Venmo, just use the friend option. If it says, is this a business or a friend, just use friend. That way we get that 40 cents back. Like I said, Marie and I have been rounding up. We're covering it. So no worries. Williamston, don't worry. You're still getting that.
I'm worrying about it.
I worry about it a little bit.
You're charging us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's PayPal. It's charging it. It's okay. Everybody makes a mistake. Doesn't happen often. It just happens a few times. Anywho, Williamston Theater, incredible nonprofit. They're worth the fee. Yeah, that's right, Maria. They're worth the fee. We're going to go on to the answer. Celebrated by Western Christian 12 days after Christmas. What is the 8-letter name of the holy day that celebrates the visit of the Magi to the Christ child? That'd be the Epiphany. The Epiphany. Google Home overheard me and is telling me the address of Williamston Theater. I don't need to know that right now. Question. It is creepy. I must have triggered it somehow. Question 3. Itchy, Mala, and Lumpy are the abbreviated names of what Star Wars characters' family?
Ding, 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 ding. Shame corner. Shame corner.
This is our Shame Corner question. If you think this is a bad question, please let us know because we didn't write it. It's someone who was very rude and critiqued our questions last week. Answer the question. Itcha, Mala, and Lumpy are the abbreviated names of what Star Wars characters' family? Bonus points. Choose one of these characters and tell us their relationship to the answer. So choose one of the characters and tell us their relationship to the answer for some bonus points. If you think this is a bad question, after you answer it, go ahead and put hashtag #CoolFool in the chat. If you think KUHL, fool. KUHLFOOL if you think this is a bad question, because this is James Cool's question after he so rudely criticized our trivia writings last week. Hashtag cool fool or hashtag not cool. I like that too. Of course, James, great guy overall. No serious beef with him, but come on. We're working our hardest here. Maria's rolling her eyes. She's frustrated.
You know what? We haven't had any shamey.
We haven't had any shamers today. No one's going on the shame corner so far. Of course, we're just
starting.
We're just starting. Yeah. We got a few more questions to go, don't we?
Wow. Someone really.
By abbreviated names, it's just like their nicknames or their common names. In the Star Wars lore, they have longer names, I believe. Sarah Hawkins Rusk. Sorry, Sarah. It's making her husband talk about Star Wars a lot. I think the Rousties are playing tonight. Of course, we did a great Star Wars show with them. So luckily, this is a one that I think I learned in my tenure doing all childish things. Well, I knew some of these names. I didn't know all of them. Of course, James isn't allowed to help his team, and he's not. His team has to get it without him. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's part of being.
It's part of the shame. You do. You don't get to help your team on a question that you foolishly design. All right, we're at time. Itchy, Mala, and Lumpy are the abbreviated names of what Star Wars characters family? Bonus, choose one of these characters and tell us the relationship to the answer. Now, the answer is Chewbacca. The bonus questions we would take is that Itchy is Chewbacca's dad, Mala is Chewbacca's wife, and of course Chewbacca's son. Good old Lumpy. Oh, my. So those are the bonus answers. Our main question was Chewbacca. Who said...
People don't like this question.
People don't like the question.
People said, weird question. People said, I have no idea. Sorry, I have no idea how to answer this question, and I know a lot of stuff about lore. This was not a good question. Perhaps the word nickname instead of abbreviation. Wow.
Wow, that's really calling it out. I did clarify. And
sounds like James owes us another question for next week. He sent a couple. I'll take another one.
Okay, all right. Well, this was that was our Shorner, our shame corner for the week. If you
You've been shamed.
you've been shamed, we got a lot of hashtag not cools. We're gonna move on to question 4, which is just back to our regular questions. People are very upset at you, James.
And actually, they're like yelling at me.
Wow.
So James, I'm gonna take one of your other questions for next week too, and you can't answer it.
All right. Born in Missouri, what Harlem Renaissance figure penned the works The Weary Blues and Montage of a Dream Deferred, aka Harlem? Born in Missouri, what Harlem Renaissance figure penned the works The Weary Blues and the Montage of a Dream Deferred, aka Harlem? Bonus, what Tony-winning play takes its title from a line in his poem Harlem? Bonus, what Tony-winning play takes its title from a line in his poem Harlem? Now, we'll say we did get teams who got it right.
Most.
We got most teams did get it right.
Honestly, you guys, most teams got it right. You can stop yelling at me about how you should get points. Stop, please.
Of course, we do encourage rivalry between teams. For some reason, we seem to have a rivalry with TP Team for no reason. I'm sure there's a reason. Who knows? It's rare that the host has a rivalry with one of the teams. I think.
I didn't think I did.
A friendly rivalry.
Like, geez, you guys.
We know they can take it.
Yeah.
You got another minute on the clock to get this one in. They made the Star Wars holiday special immediately after Star Wars. It's just so weird that was the second bit of Star Wars that came out. Like this, they made the Star Wars holiday special before they even made Empire Strikes Back. So it's just, I don't know. It's just unusual that they made something so bad, but people were still very excited for Empire. Maybe just not enough people saw it. Fun fact, I believe the show that was preempted for it, so the show that they pushed back a week to show the Star Wars Holiday Special was The Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno. No points there, just a fun fact. One minute left on the clock. All right. Born in Missouri, what Harlem Renaissance figure penned the works The Weary Blues and Montage of a Dream Deferred, aka Harlem? Bonus, what Tony-winning play takes its title from a line in his poem Harlem? That'd be Langston Hughes. Of course, that Tony Award-winning show is Raisin in the Sun. Again, we're looking for Langston Hughes, and our bonus point, you didn't have to get either one right. Raisin in the Sun. Question 5. Debuting in 2020, Listen to Your Heart is a spinoff of what ABC reality show? Debuting in 2020, Listen to Your Heart is a spinoff of what ABC reality show? Great news, everybody. We're at $336 raised for Williamston Theater. Woohoo. Pat yourselves on the back. 336. We got 31 teams. If just half of you send in $1 right now, we're going to break that $350 mark before the halfway point of the second round. We're on question 5. If just half of our teams just send in $1 right now, or more, we'll break 350, and I know we can break 350 for Williamston Theater. They've been through so much this year. Like I said, they had that incredible thought to stream and give a video production of their show that was still running, but they're going to be. It's unfortunate they've had to cancel Alabaster and Be Here Now, or I believe postponed, officially postponed. Alabaster and Be Here Now. So kind of you all to send a little extra their way, because I know we can get $350 for Williamston Theater just to help cover the losses of Alabaster, Be Here Now, and the few things they lost with the shows that they were able to stream. They've been putting out a lot of really great content on their website and their Facebook page. They do kind of put a little videos here and there. If you can't support Williamston Theater right now, that's okay. When they reopen in 2021, just try to get a ticket.
Are they not opening until 2021?
As far as they currently say, they're not opening until 2021.
Okay.
That's okay.
I'm glad that they're putting the safety.
Of course. It's incredible that they're putting the safety of their staff and patrons at high priority. So as far as I'm familiar with their current official update, they're not opening up until 2021. But Alabaster and Be Here Now has been postponed for the time being. So let's see if we can mitigate some of those costs. $350, that's quite a few butts in seats, and I think we can break it in just a minute. With that, we're at time. Debuting in 2020, Listen to Your Heart as a spinoff of what ABC reality show? That's The Bachelor, of course. Maria, big Bachelor fan. Listen to Your Heart, not so much. Just not needed.
Because there's someone local on it, and I
really?
know they're friends.
Oh, there's someone local on it, and Maria knows the friend of the friend, or just the friend of the person. That's really something.
I know the friend of this person on the show.
We know. I've met. One of the early Bachelors. He was on my cousin's softball team.
It was Canadian Bachelor.
He was is he a Canadian?
Bachelor Canada.
Oh, Bachelor Canada. Excuse me, I was misinformed.
He's very famous.
He's famous now.
Paradise.
He was exactly. No. He was on Bachelor in Paradise. Okay.
These people are gonna
They're
know
different.
who it is.
Of course. These people.
If they watch, they're gonna know.
Great news. We have broken the $350 mark. I'm going to update you a little later on. But great news. We raised that. I knew I could believe in you guys. All right. French leader Charles de Gaulle once asked, how can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of what food? It's a funny quote. French leader Charles de Gaulle once asked, how can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of what food? Fill in the blank there. Translated from French, of course. You got 2 minutes on the clock. I don't know if Maria relied on a already existing translation or if she did the translation herself. I think you took Italian and German. No French.
Correct.
Okay.
I just took French diction.
French diction.
That was a very hard class. I was not good at it.
Singing in French?
Yeah.
I bet it's hard.
Sad for me.
Sad for her? Well, look at her now. She's got 2 majors and a beautiful degree.
Two bachelor's degrees.
2 bachelor's degrees. That's right. Excuse me. My mistake. 2 bachelors, and she's on her way to get her master's. So you know what? If you didn't do great in French diction, I don't care. You're doing great now.
Oh, that was nice. Thank you.
Of course. Fantastic news, everybody. First off, we got 30 seconds left on the clock, so get those answers in. Not only have we blown past the $350 mark, we've blown past my next goal, which was $375. We've blown past, well, not blown past, we've broken the $400 mark already. So woohoo indeed. Yes, $400, over $400 for Williamston Theater. Beautiful, beautiful nonprofit theater based off the incredible Williamston town. Beautiful downtown Williamston, a real center point. If you haven't been in 2021, set some time aside. Support them and set some time aside to get a ticket to their next season. Because, even if you can't pay now, even if you can't donate now, you want to know what you're missing. You're missing some incredible stuff. It's such a shame that we're not going to get to see their shows that are coming out. It's such a shame that they're going to have to postpone Alabaster and Be Here Now. But and hopefully, we'll certainly see what goes on in their next season. I don't think they've officially announced their next season yet. They're keeping us in the mystery, tantalizing and exciting. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. And I encourage you all to visit them when they reopen next year. Beautiful that they're putting their patrons and their actors and their designers and their employees first, making sure everybody stays safe before they can start their 2021 season. And hopefully that $400 is going to help them do that. We're at time. French leader Charles de Gaulle once asked, how can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of what food? That food is cheese. Great job with the Simpsons quotes, Maria. I wish they had never invented fried cheese. Homer's funeral. Homer's daydream funeral. If you haven't caught on, Maria's done exclusively Simpsons gifts. If you haven't,
who knows what I'll do next week?
If you haven't joined us before, we normally put little fun gifts with the answers. And Maria, for her own challenge, is using exclusively Simpsons gifts. What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Earth's crust very dry, just like my mouth. Let me get some of that tasty Detroit tap water. Detroit Waterworks is a sponsor of the show. As Maria and I have told you several times, we can be bought. We've said Mad Dwarf Bakery many times throughout many games, and they just dropped off some shortbread.
That's true.
We're easily bought.
And look, we're now we give them business.
Now we give them business. Now we keep telling them, go to Mad Dwarf Bakery. Well, don't go to Mad Dwarf Bakery. You can't do that. They don't have they don't currently have a physical shop. But you go to Mad Dwarf Bakery on Facebook, make a purchase, mention virtual trivia for Detroit Arts. You get $1 off your order.
Yeah, and you know what? That $1 off equates a whole free shortbread. Each of their shortbreads are $1. You can get them in 2 packs, 6 packs, whatever. So I mean, I know $1 off doesn't sound like that much. It's a quality big piece of shortbread. Guys, I'm obsessed with the shortbread. I'm dreaming of it. I cannot wait until a week from tomorrow when they drop off 75 pieces of delicious shortbread in my home.
Mad Dwarf Bakery. I think they're playing tonight.
They are.
They are. Great. Like I said, We can be bought. We're not sending shortbread to Williamston Theater, though. Instead, we're sending money over $400. Woohoo, indeed. You got 15 seconds left on the clock. I think everybody's got their answer in already. All right, what is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? That is oxygen. Oxygen. You didn't think it was going to be a gas, did ya? Come on. Oxygen's everywhere. You're probably touching some right now. It's a good gag. Tricked ya. I love that episode. It's one of the good episodes. It's a season 11 episode, but it's still pretty good. The oxygen. He's on the climbing the murder horn. Yeah, great. What U.S. senator released the 2017 book Guide to Political Revolution and the 2010 book The Speech on Corporate Greed and the Decline of Our Middle Class? What U.S. senator released the 2017 book Guide to Political Revolution and the 2010 book The Speech on the Corporate Greed and the Decline of the Middle Class, of our middle class, excuse me. You see the question. Get those answers in. Oh. Well, that episode is actually season 9. My mistake. I don't know why I thought it was much later. I think because they have a lot of celebrity guests in it, maybe. Normally the celebrity guest is kind of the post season 10 thing. Homer becomes a spokesman for an applesauce bar with the power of apples. Pen Pals is really going to roast me for that. Al Hauser is going to jump down my throat that I called it a season 11 episode when it's only season 9. Ugh. So our record so far for amount of funds raised is $475. And that was for the Roustabout Theater Troupe. We've broken one record today by already having 31 teams playing, which just demolished our last score of 25.
Yeah.
Really? So you'll bear with us while Maria needs some extra time to tally these scores and keep track and work with all you to get your answers in. Because you know we weren't thinking we were gonna get 30 teams to play this game anytime soon when we started. Yeah, our first game we had 9, and we were so stoked when we broke 10, and then 15, and can't believe we're at 31. Williamston, you really brought your fans. I know we got a lot of new teams in here, so Williamston, congrats to you to reaching out. But yeah, our so far the most we raised is 475. Can we break 500 for Williamston Theater? We got a lot more people. I'm imagining each team has at least 3 people. So that's probably 90 people around at the minimum, I would say. Wait, let me do the math. So we have 30 teams. I'm assuming, I don't know how much, because the minimum can be 1. Maximum can be 6. We probably have at least, 90 people playing.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. 7 Point Theater loves joining us every Thursday. It's lovely to see that other local theaters are competing and raising funds for these other incredible local theaters. I really love to see the love. What U.S. senator released the 2017 Guide to Political Revolution and the 2010 book The Speech on Corporate Greed and the Decline of Our Middle Class? That'd be Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is the senator who released those books. I don't think there are any specific Bernie Sanders gifs or clips in The Simpsons, so,
No.
Colonel Sanders is pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Question 9. What is the stage name of the DJ Christopher Comstock, who has hit the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 with songs featuring Selena Gomez, Anne Marie, and Bastille? What? I read the question mark too heavy at the end? What is the stage name of the DJ Christopher Comstock, who has hit the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 with songs featuring Selena Gomez, Anne Marie, and Bastille? Tell me that DJ. Well, tell Maria that DJ. Mm-mm. Oh my. All right, everybody. I have some great news. First off, you got a minute left on the clock. That's not the great news. That's just regular news. That's just an update. I can't figure out how to add a timer on the program I use to run trivia. So that's why we don't have a timer on the clock. One day I'll figure it out, but it's a free software. And streaming is not my area of expertise, so it's getting to be one. Great news. We have broken the $475 barrier. We have broken the $475. Williamston is now the highest we've ever raised. We haven't gotten that 500 barrier quite yet, but I got a feeling that before we even get to the final round, we're going to break that $500 barrier. If you have a little extra scratch, I know it's a difficult time. Some of you may be out of work. Some of you have to play it safe. If you're not in the availability to do so, if you don't feel comfortable doing so, don't donate. It's okay. You can support them when they come back in 2021. Or you can go to their website and their Facebook page and watch their streams and the other things that they have going on. There's so many other things you can do to support Williamston Theater other than donate. It's a weird time. If you don't have the means to do so, do not worry about it. Marie and I can't donate much. That's why we are trying to, we do this little charity every week. But if you can, help us break that $500 barrier. We're just a few dollars away. If you have the means to, if you haven't already, send a little of Williamston Theater's way. We've already broken the record. We've passed 475. We're so close to getting 500. Let's see if Williamston is going to be the first theater to break 500 mark. But without further ado, let's get that answer to question number 9. What is the stage name of the DJ Christopher Comstock, who has hit the top 20 on Billboard Hot 100 with songs featuring Selena Gomez, Anne Marie, and Bastille? That'd be Marshmallow. He's got a big marshmallow for a head. That's fun. He reminds me of a cereal or a s'more. No, I'm sorry. The DJ, not the Simpsons gift. The Simpsons gift does not have marshmallows.
Because I actually made this whole game with regular gifts and then went back.
Yes, that's right. I remember.
I thought maybe I forgot one.
Yeah, it was just a little thing. A little inspiration. But marshmallow is the answer we're looking for. We'll take it if it has a W at the end of it by mistake.
I don't care about spelling.
Spelling is fine in this case. Most cases, spelling doesn't count. Don't worry if you accidentally added a W. Question 10. In 1930, the Ideal Toy and Novelty Company introduced a doll with the likeness of what child star, selling $45 million worth in 7 years? In 1930, the Ideal Toy and Novelty Company introduced a doll with the likeness of what child star, selling $450 million worth in 7 years? You got 2 minutes on the clock, 2 minutes remaining on the clock. So we take a few different methods of payment. You got the PayPal, you got the Venmo. We got a few people who don't have either that send me the money in other ways. So sometimes it takes me a second to calculate. Plus, Maria and I are working on little score things behind the scenes as things go along. So you'll forgive my silence every once in a while. Some people like it.
Yeah, some people ask for
Some people ask for me to be quiet. Yeah. I refuse. Ugh. I am trying to tally the money, but you're all too generous. You keep sending money in.
Yay!
Yay, indeed. I don't have a number yet. But we have definitely broken the $500 barrier. Incredible news. I can't believe Williamston Theater was the theater to do it. You know what? I can believe it because they're an incredible theater and they deserve the money. We knew we would break the $500 mark. It was just a matter of when. Rhea, when are we going to get on like Channel 4?
I don't know. Why won't someone call the news?
Because with $500 over 2 months, how many is this? Is this 8, 9?
I don't know. I calculated it out.
We've including Williamston. Including Williamston, we've broken $3,000 total.
Broken 4,
We've broken 4?
Yeah.
My math could be off. I'm not going to talk this statistic. At the very least, we've broken 3,000. But Maria believes we've broken 4, and I believe her.
News and then like 100 teams wanted to play.
Now, oh boy,
really
don't push to have us on the news because we can't. I don't know what our max limit is for teams, but
maybe people can just
this
buy
is getting
a
hard.
shortbread from
Yeah, get Mad Dwarf Bakery on the news.
buy them.
All right, we're at time. In 1930s, the Ideal Toy and Novelty Company introduced a doll with a likeness of what child star, selling $45 million worth in 7 years? That'd be Shirley Temple. Another great Simpsons gif. Shirley Temple doll. People loved her. No surprise that they sold $40 million worth of Shirley Temple dolls. Truly America's sweetheart. And we had a Shirley Temple question 3 weeks ago. We're big fans of Shirley Temple at this house. I'm a Mr. Bojangles guy myself. All right. So that is the last regular question. We just have 2 items on the menu left. We have our bonus round, a great time to equalize and get some points. Again, with the bonus round, make sure that you're sending just one message bubble to Maria. Just send one message to Maria, and make sure that they are in order. And make sure you just send one message. Use spaces, use periods, use whatever you have to do to make Maria understand it. All right, going in, and then we have our final question. Going into our bonus round, 2 points per correct answer. If you get one wrong, that's okay. It doesn't cost you. Name the performer who plays the title character on each given TV series. Again, name the performer who plays the title character on each given TV series. Number 1, Veronica Mars. Number 2, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Number 3, My Name is Earl. Number 4, Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. In order, send us the name of the performer who plays the title character on each given TV series. In order, in one message. This is a great time to catch up. You gotta know your shows. And you gotta know your actors and actresses to get this one right. Offhand, I know 3 of 4. So yeah, this is a time where I would need to be on a team. But that's why you're on teams. Get some knowledge gap coverage. More money's coming in, everybody. We've demolished that $500 mark.
Wow.
It's really been crushed. It's unfortunate that you're so generous that it slows me down in calculating how much we have, which is a fantastic problem to have. Fantastic problem to have. That's not right. My math. I just know I'm off. No. I'm giving real numbers. I'm trying to update. My updating math is wrong. You got a minute left on the clock. Send those answers into Maria. Wow. We're at 5:33 for Williamston Theater. 5:33. We're setting a record that I worry is going to be hard to beat. And that's okay. Marie and I still have 2 more rounds scheduled. 3, 2. 2. We still got 2 more theaters scheduled at the very least at this point. We're probably going to keep going. We got a Wild Swan Theater and Box Fest, Detroit, very soon in the next 2 weeks. Both incredible, more incredible donations. A little peek into things, but yeah, next week we got Wild Swan Theater, and the week after that we have Box Fest Detroit. But let's talk about Williamston, man. $533. That's I think that's a couple season tickets. That's really, really great. At this point I'm not I'm just speechless. It's really incredible. I don't think Maria and I ever thought we'd when we started this, Maria and I didn't think that we'd be getting that $500 mark anytime soon. Wow, thank you so much. I don't have much to add other than I'm just really wowed by your generosity. All right, we're at time. Hopefully you got your answers in. Name the performer who plays the title character on each given TV series. Veronica Mars, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, My Name is Earl, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. We're looking for Kristen Bell, Ellie Kemper, Jason Lee, and Melissa Joan Hart. Ellie Kemper is the one I couldn't get. I just don't remember her name, unfortunately, but I love her. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is incredible. I love the movie they just put out on Netflix. It's hilarious. It's a treat. All right, everybody. Maria's tallying up your scores. We're very close. Unbeknownst to Maria, I actually did shave time off on the questions. And I know she would fight hard to keep up, and she did. I did fight hard. She did fight hard to keep up. So we just need a way to still tallying a few of the scores. Take this time to pat yourselves on the back. If you're, if someone on your team is your roommate or loved one, significant other, frenemy that you're trapped in the house with, and you're playing with each other, pat each other on the back if it's allowed, if it's safe to do so. Send everybody some virtual high fives because again, raising $533. That's incredible news. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were high fiving. She wants the mic.
I have your final scores. You may wager up to this score. Are you ready? Oh, wait. Let me zoom out here. All right, here we go. Team Troglodytes, 94 points. Waiting for Fauci, 96. Team Gander Hoosier, 74. The Fardists, 72. Sutton Smith Sisters, 40. Kevin and the Zits, 100. Hot 100. Let's Meet at the Theater, 20. Mothra's Minions, 39. Quarantine Triple Date, 22. Those People, 26. Ronnie Myrtle, 28. Mixed 6, 40. Rambunctious Rousties, 86. Team Phipps and Mike, 20. Buffedote, 20. The Barn Rats, 102. Mamas with Moxie, 37. Red Hot Trivia Peppers, 50. Role Models, 26. Smackdown Daddies and the Humalongs, 50. TP Team, 32. 4 Jews in a Zoom Bitchin', 96. Last week's winners, 18. Dingoes Ate My Babies, 60. Spanish Inquisition, 16. Rococo Chanel 64, Pin Pals 20. Team Calvin 70, Polana 18, and Family Ties 34. Send me your wagers. Here is the final category.
Send me your wagers. Even if you're betting at all, please use the actual number. Don't just say we're betting at all. Our final category are musicals. How apropos. This could be a good, I think a lot of people may. I actually haven't seen the final question this week. It's musicals is the category. If you're confident about your musical knowledge, bet big. If you're not so confident, you may want to play small. We have had games where the winners won not because they got it right, but because they bet nothing. So play conservative, play for fun. Yes, we're playing for charity. But still, you could take home $55 amongst your pals. That's pretty cool, too. That's multiplying your investment by over 10. Think it over. Get your wagers in. Oh, no. They're already coming in. You got another 15 seconds to get those wagers in. We got pretty much everybody in. Think about how well you know musicals and go big or stay home. Because they're already home. Because of the quarantine. Maria's disappointed at my joke.
I don't care about it.
If you don't care about it, I think that's disappointed. All right, we got everybody in? Awesome. We got everybody in. So we're going to go on over to the final question. The category is musicals. Again, no takebacks. You can only answer once. So make sure you are certain. Our question is, since 1960, there have been 5 movie musicals that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Name 2 of those 5 films. Since 1960, there have been 5 movie musicals that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Name 2 and only 2 of those 5 films. If you name 3, if you name 1, you are not going to be qualified. Name 2 and only 2 of those 5 films. Wow, this has been a great night. We've broken that $500 mark. We've broken the $525 mark.
I'm hummusing to celebrate.
Maria's eating some delicious hummus from Habib's
Cuisine.
Habib's Cuisine in Dearborn. Nice, small, independent restaurant. Large independent restaurant. Banquet hall. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Nice, large independent restaurant. It's a banquet hall.
And a restaurant.
And a restaurant. I said restaurant. I've never not described it as a restaurant.
It's great. If you want to take your loved one on a nice date, highly recommend.
They're not open for sit down, but they still do carry out and curbside right now.
Yeah. And catering.
And catering. They do catering too. We didn't cater. We just got some food. Maria had to brave her school today. She had to break in, steal stuff from her classroom, and then break out before seeing anybody else. Nick, can you do a good James impression? Nick, I'd really like to. You can message it to me privately, or maybe just no, not now, not during trivia. After trivia, trivia. Nick, message me or put on my Facebook wall. Just give me a quick onward and upward. Just give me a quick onward and upward. I want to see your James.
Does he say that a lot?
That's James's catchphrase.
Like in his life?
At the end of every Tipping Point Theater meeting amongst the staff, he says onwards and upwards. So yeah, I would consider it his catchphrase. James, if you have another catchphrase, let us know. That's my first thought. All right, we got people rolling in with their answers. What do you mean retro TPT?
What years are retro TPT? It's not that old, I think.
No, I don't know if any other seasons are old enough to be considered retro.
I'm sorry that my phone is doing this. I don't care, though.
Yeah, you may hear a buzzing, but that's because we have limited desk space to work
I'm
on
going
trivia.
as fast as I can.
James, we can incorporate that, right? We can put that in every brilliant thing.
Tell them they can only send me 2 answers.
Remember, as we said earlier, send 2 and only 2.
I will give you just this in the next 30 seconds to change your answer if you send me a million of them.
If you sent multiple answers, you got 30 seconds to change it. Very small
Just
time window.
2.
Just 2. Again, you're sending 2 and only 2. Let me type that in for those of you who can't hear me for some reason. Great joke from Pen Pals. We'll hold off until after.
lot of people knew it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, the additional clue, well, not even a clue, just a clarifying point. Name 2 of those 5 films. Emphasis, name 2 of those 5 films. 2 and only 2. Since 1960, there have been 5 movie musicals that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Name 2 and only 2 of those 5 films. Truest. All right, you got 30 seconds left on the clock. Never mind, we're good. No?
Yeah, I can catch up. You're just going to have to banter a little.
We got everybody?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay, awesome. We have everybody. Okay, great. So we got all of our questions in, but Maria needs to tally the scores and calculate your wagers. So, everybody, congratulations on making it through another round. We're going to announce our winner, our first prize and second prize in just a moment. And you know, it's great to feel like a winner, to say, oh, I'm a smarty. I know all about these things. I know all about Star Wars and musicals. And I think we asked a question about Phoenix, Arizona. That's great. So I'm glad that we're going to be able to announce our 2 winners. But who's really the winner here is Williamston Theater. Williamston Theater, we've raised $433 for them, which is so generous. So kind, so kind. I'm glad that everybody really buckled down and broke that $533 for us. 533, very odd number. Like it's an odd number. It feels awkward in my mouth. We're gonna go ahead. Maria and I are gonna go ahead and round that up to 545. Still an odd number, but it just sounds much cleaner. Maria and I, so we're gonna be at 545 for Williamston Theater. Can we break 550? So we are now at 545 for Williamston Theater. Can anybody help us break 550? You've all been so generous, and those of you who didn't have the opportunity to make an extra donation today, that's okay. We're in very strange times, but consider at a later date visiting the Williamston Theater's website and making a donation on their page, or just going and seeing one of their incredible shows. They also have been posting a little bit of content every week on their website. So I think that's a great way to support them. But yeah, you can always go to williamstontheater.org and go to their donate button to send an extra dollar at them. If you don't have it today and you want to send it next week, just because they do put on some incredible shows. Hopefully we'll get to see more of them ASAP. Such a shame that they had to postpone Alabaster and Be Here Now. Two things that I know a lot of people, myself included, were looking forward to hearing, if not being able to see, to at least hear about and read about. I can't say that Maria and I get out to Williamston Theater a lot. We live an hour and a half away.
But we do get out there.
But we do get out there. We do get out there. Wasn't your brother's roommate an actor at Williamston? Mark Shenfish, that's right.
Murder for Two.
Mark Shenfish in Murder for Two. That's right. He's
He's a very close friend of ours. He's
Yeah.
living with my brother right now.
Mark is actually living with Maria's brother right now. So Mark Shenfish, I don't think, you know what? We should have told him. Oh, well.
Yeah.
You know, he may have been busy. He's a busy guy. They love Mark, they say.
Oh, everyone loves Mark. We love Mark. We went to New York to visit Mark. Mark's in West Virginia right now. And
With Maria's brother.
yeah, with my brother, just so he could escape the New York COVID situation. Just giving you an update on my favorite musician, Mark Shenfish.
That's right. You can always come to Virtual Trivia for Detroit Arts to get the latest Mark Shenfish updates.
I'm gonna text him right now.
All right, great. Marie's gonna text him and let him know that he got a shout out. How are we looking at those scores?
They're done.
What? They're done? Oh boy, this has been a close race, everybody. This has been a real close race. I think some of you are going to be upset by how close he had it, but you'd have no one to blame but the luck of the draw, because you never know what kind of crazy trivia we're going to throw at you. All right, so our first prize is $55, and our second prize is $24. $55 and $24.
Bring back Murder for Two. Wow.
Maria wants to see Murder for Two again. You just did it. You don't have to do it. It's a
good.
okay. Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing, but Williamson wants to keep it fresh. Williamson wants to keep it fresh.
This was a couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Okay, we're going to talk about this. Maria, if you want to recommend what Williamson's next theater is, message them at williamstontheater.org or on Facebook. Okay. We got a lot of great teams. It was very close, but let me give you the answers first. Since 1960, there have been 5 movie musicals that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Name 2 of those 5 films. We were looking for My Fair Lady, The Sound of Music, Oliver, West Side Story, and Chicago. Those are the answers we were looking for. You had to put 2 and only 2. Those of you who put Cats, I'm very sorry. Both the 1993 version and the 2019 version, both were snubbed. Real tragic. Both were snubbed. If you want to talk about Cats, I believe Go Comedy Theater has me ranting about Cats for 30 minutes on their stage. One of the greatest moments of my life. I got paid to talk about the hit 2019 film Cats on stage. It's just great. But no, Cats isn't an answer here. All right.
Sorry, I'm laughing at James.
We have some more. No, James, unfortunately, more. You want more? Unfortunately, we're all out.
They want to know who won.
They want to know who won. I know. We're teasing. We were ramping up. We've broken the $550 barrier, but I am going to tell you that number in just a moment. Again, our real winner is Williamston Theater, but in a more accurate way, here are our actual winners. In third place, receiving nothing but getting some great bragging points. Third place with 192 points, we have Waiting for Fauci. Waiting for Fauci. Big round of applause. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You didn't win anything, but you did win our respect. You already had it, but you won some more. In second place, only 4 points behind first place. Only 4 points behind first place. With 200 points, we have Kevin and the Zits. Kevin and the Zits, frequent first place, frequent second place. Just a smart team overall. They've won the most out of any teams, but they just missed it by 4 points. They got 200 points, so they're taking home $24. Congrats to Kevin and the Zits. And with a grand total of 204, if your team loves math, you're probably already calculating it and figuring out you won. With 204 points, our winner of $55 is the Barn Rats. Barn Rats, give it up for yourselves. Pat on the back, round of applause. Congratulations to the Barn Rats, getting first place, 4 points beating Kevin for the Zits. Barn Rats just 4 points ahead of Kevin and the Zits. Did they bet it all on that last question?
They did.
They bet it all? Second place donates their money. Wow, Kevin and the Zits, so generous. Kevin and the Zits donated their $24. I got to do the math. But Kevin and the Zits donated their $24. So we've definitely crossed that $550 barrier. Wow, congrats to the winners, but of course, big congrats to Williamston Theater, but big congrats to Kevin and the Zits and Barn Rats. First place donates too. The Barn Rats is donating too. You guys don't have to donate. Don't feel pressured. If you want to keep the money, keep the money. You deserve it. You've already donated by just, sending that $5 in. But $55 being donated from the Barn Rats. Barn Rats, Kevin and the Zits, give it up for them. Class act. Yeah, you're upset that they beat you. It's too bad. You just weren't as sharp as them. You didn't make the right gambles, but they are very generous souls. So you got to give it up for that. If you want to know the tally, give me a second. I'm writing those answers with those upsets, those big items in play. My goodness. What a generous group of souls. And I love that we have a lot of the people in the theater community and even other theaters themselves donating. That's really incredible.
Is that real?
That's real. I'm sorry. I'm checking my math. It's real. I think that's real. I don't think I'm believing the numbers that are in front of me, frankly. This isn't hype. I'm actually legitimately checking my math. Because it's saying if these numbers are right, it's saying that, wow, you're all very kind and generous. But it's also saying that Maria and I are really good at this, I think. And we're proud of ourselves. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, everybody. Like I said, I got it coming in from 4 different sources of revenue. So it takes me a second. I want to make sure that they're all up to date and all correct. Wow. Everybody, I have some fantastic news. We really exceeded it. We've raised a total of $650 for Williamston Theater. $650 for Williamston Theater. That's really incredible. I'm not gonna hawk anymore. We can leave it at $650. No. 6,000. No. I would at this point feel guilty. $650. Wow. Again. Our last round was $475 2 weeks ago. So this is incredible that we raised $650. I'm going to pat Maria on the back.
Oh, thank you.
Because she is doing a great job with the gifts and the questions. I pat myself on the back because I help in my own ways too. With the format and the streaming and the tech side of it. But wow, $650. But I wish I could pat all your backs. When this whole thing is over, I'm going to have a party and everybody who's ever played is invited. It's too many. That's probably like 90 people. I don't think we can actually have 90 people.
You're right.
But the people who know me will probably come. I think there are 90 people play, but I think maybe I only know 30 or 40.
We can try to do something live in our backyard.
Yeah. I would say
have a PA.
I was going to say let's do virtual trivia live, but we're already live. We're just not in person. $650 for Williamston Theater. Congratulations. People are complimenting your gift game. They loved it. They loved The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. I said it couldn't be done. I knew it could be done, but I knew it was going to take a long time. Oink, oink. Oink, oink to everybody. I don't know what that means. It's fun. Yeah, any gift requests for next week? $650. Everybody's so generous. I know the Williamson appreciates it. If we get any more additional donations, I'll keep you updated, of course. But I'm leaving it at $650. I'm going to stop counting today because I think we're slowing down, and rightfully so. Everybody's so generous. I think at this point we're going to officially go into the post game. At this point, I'm done hawking. One more thing. Go to Williamston Theater in 2021. Incredible organization, beautiful nonprofit. Williamston Theater deserves your money. I know they're a drive. Maria and I still get out there, even though it's an hour and a half away, because they're that good. I'm so glad that I got to work with them. I'm so glad that they were generous and allowed us to raise this. If we've said anything that has offended you, Maria and I do not represent Williamston Theater. We are just trying to raise money for them. The views and thoughts expressed here are Maria and I's own. Not Williamston Theater. Everybody, great. We're officially in the post game. We will not be talking about money or Williamston Theater to much extent. Post game, we got to have our annual weekly interviewee. Let me get our post game guest.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Some people are asking what place their team came in. If you really would like to know, let me know. I can figure it out, but it might take me a second, okay?
All right, everybody, we're in the post game. Our special guest tonight is Zito Lagrasso-Gatens. He's had a long day. Zito, what do you think of the game today? Okay, we get a lot of complaints sometimes. I'm disappointed that Zito didn't care for the game. I thought it was great. I was really pleased. I was really pleased that we broke our record. What do you think about us breaking the $650 mark? Insightful as always. Always insightful. Zito, disappointed for some reason that we broke $650. He's 3 months and 1 week old today. Congrats to him. He's 13 weeks old as of today. Zito, how many what's been your favorite trivia since you've been born? Any favorite questions? He hates the microphone. He's fine and he's quiet, but as soon as I put it by his face, he doesn't like it. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. He wants to know that next week. Good night, Pat. It's lovely to play with you as always. I love you participating because you're a great guy. Pat Lewis, one of my personal favorite actors in the Metro Detroit area. Just a great friend, and I love him. Next week we have Wild Swan Theater. So if you love Wild Swan Theater, we're going to see you soon for next week. And then after that, the week after, we have Box Fest Detroit. Zito, thank you for your conference. You have a nice day, and thanks for playing along. All right, everybody. That's precious baby Zito. You're welcome, Nick. You're welcome, Williamston Theater. You're welcome, Tipping Point Theater. We love playing with you guys because we love these theaters and we love these communities. Everybody puts on such great shows. Williamston Theater hires a lot of our friends, and they just put on great work. We love to uh, we love to support theaters that are nonprofit and professional. I think we got a Mark Shenfish says, Williamston, if you're still here, Mark Shenfish says, we love you too. He loves you too. Boy, yeah, we dropped the ball. We should have told Tony to tell him.
Yeah.
That's okay. I thought about it earlier this week and I just totally forgot. I was busy. You know, Maria and I are both working full time, and we have a 3-month-old baby at home, and we're doing this trivia. You'll bear with us if things slip the mind. As is tradition with the post game, I'm going to keep going until I reach a certain amount of viewers. I have a amount of viewers in my head. When we drop to that many viewers, I am going to end the stream. I don't think I have much to talk about today. We all heard from Zito. He was disappointed in the game tonight. I don't know why. Maybe he's upset because he slept through almost all of it. I'd be disappointed if I slept through all of it. There was a lot of action. No, I barely seen him today, which is a real tragedy. With Maria and I back to working full time, it's unfortunately we do have to bring in some outside help. But everybody's very generous because Zito's grandparents came over today and helped out. Of course, they've been staying safe in quarantine, so that's why we trust them. They haven't seen another soul other than us for 2 weeks. How sad. Right, Dad? No, he seems to like it. He loves the quarantine. He's loved not having to go to work, apparently.
Well, I've never been. I don't know, the social distancing thing. I've been doing it for years.
Dad Gaten's coming out. He says he's been doing the social distancing thing for years, so he doesn't notice the difference. So he's happy to continue social distancing, so he can, very generously staying away from his friends and family, so he can help us babysit. Oh boy. You're welcome, Stefton1. I'm not sure who Stefton1 is. Probably maybe Stephanie? Steven? I unfortunately don't know the username, but Stefton1, you're welcome. I'm glad you joined us tonight. I hope to see you again. Like I said, we had 31 teams. We had a lot of new people, a lot of new teams. Like us on Facebook, not because we care about likes or metrics, but it's just because it's a good way to stay in touch. Marie and I are not doing this for any profit of any sort. All the proceeds go to the winners of the trivia night and the theater that they're going for. Marie and I do not take a penny. So, follow us on Facebook. Stephanie Din. Oh, that makes sense. There you go. Stephanie Din. Great username. It gets to the point. Like I said, Maria and I don't take a cent of this. It goes straight to the theaters and or the prize winners. So really we're relying on word of mouth. Like our page, because we don't care about the views or anything. We're not monetizing this. We just want to help you keep track of what events we got going on. So thank you everybody for your generosity, for sticking around. Your kindness. The Williamston Theater really deserves it. I hope we get to see Alabaster and their other show. If they have to cancel it, they're going to put on another great show next worry. So no worries if they do. I'm not in a clever enough position to be artistic director or a producing director or any of those other situations. I'll take a job if you're offering it to me, but it's not my goal right now. It's not my responsibility. If you want me to pick out your season, I can. If you want me to pick out your season, I can, but I feel like you probably have a better idea of it right now. Baby Zito upset he woke up, but it's been 4 hours since his last feed. He needs to get fed, so it doesn't matter. Baby's got to eat, whether he realizes he's hungry or not. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you forget you're hungry. So we got to feed him. So you don't feel bad that we woke Zito up. He had to get fed anyways. All right, everybody, I got great news. We're at the amount of viewers that I wanted to get to before we ended the post game. I don't have anything to add. Williamston Theater, if you're still here, thank you for reaching out to us because it's great to work with you. Tony, John, they're a treat to work with. Glad to see them. They got a lot of people. They brought a lot of teams, which is important. If glad they raised money, and I'm sure we're going to see some of those teams again next week. So thanks for spreading that awareness. and helping us break another record, both in number of teams and items drawn. Boy, this ride have been I guess I'm winding down. Everybody, thank you very much. I don't have anything else to say other than pat yourselves on the back and great job. Marie and I love you all, and thank you so much for your generosity. Bye bye. See you next week to support Wild Swan Theater.